Truthfully, I'm not the biggest fan of some of these jazz channels, but I need something that's not going to get me booted off the platform. And I need to figure out the music situation on my phone, and it doesn't matter. We're just going to do this now. Hello! Hello, welcome. Welcome back. Long time no see. So it's official. I'm in Virginia. It's been done. It's moved. All our things are here. They have been for like a week and a half or so. More. Computer, obviously, set up. Ready to roll. And let's get to it. Nothing but to do it. Turn off my privacy screen. Bam. Ayy. Look. Look, I'm a little guy now. I can't settle on a singular design for like a little dude, so I did this one. I might do another one in the future. This one's really rough. You could see some artifacts that like I didn't realize were still there, and I can't edit it now because I forgot to save a version of one of the drawings, and it's here. We're a little dude now. We're a little guy. We're look at her. Look at her. Look at her kicking her feet like la. Just a cutie. Okay. So today, I have pencils to dir. Have to rethink some of these panels. Partly because I've got two actions in the same panel. I didn't even think about that. Also, my panels are blue, and they shouldn't be. They should be black. I thought I fixed that already. Why is that? Oh, I didn't save. That's why. Anyway, how are y'all? Why don't I have my... Hang on, I'm missing a window on OBS. I usually can see... Oh, I don't have chat up! I don't have chat up in the stream either. Ah, I'm so out of practice. So, where's my YouTube chat? Well, let me do it for the stream first, since that'll be the easiest one to figure out. Pop out chat. Control C, the absolute butt out of that window. And go to my chat. Boop. Properties. And okay. There you are. Aw. Look at all your beautiful icons. Both of you. How y'all doing? How's life? Persona 5. Good choice. I've not played it yet. I'm really... how do I put it? I'm really picky. I'm really picky about gameplay. And I struggle to care about, turn-based combat. Which seems silly, because I play through a lot of Pokemon, but, I don't know. I also didn't finish a lot of Pokemon, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why. I genuinely really liked Superstar Saga, the Mario and Luigi game, and I still didn't finish that one either, and that had way more interactive, and really fun turn-based combat, where you had to, like, really pay attention, because they would just drop shit on you, and you had to react, which was awesome. Anyway, what was I doing? Chat window for OBS. Where did that go? Custom browser dock. Oh. Oh, that's cool. That's new. Does it work? Hey, it works. That's cool. Okay. Alright. Well, that'll do for now. Cool. So I don't have to have YouTube's statistical things up either. This is new. They've updated some things. So I have to, like, kind of catch up a little bit. Like, the whole YouTube studio looks very different. It's a lot cleaner now. I don't dislike it. Yeah, interesting. Oh, yeah, the PE teacher. I mean, that's pretty early on then, huh? I don't remember how far I watched but I was in the same room as somebody else playing, and I'm at least aware of him as a character and a boss and kind of a catalyst to a lot of the plot. From then on, I don't really know anything, though, so cool. Welcome back. Welcome back to Cleandom. That's a word now. I guess I don't really need this window up at all. Yeah, now I get to watch all these little Animal Crossing characters on this video for this 2-hour-long vintage jazz for studying and reading Animal Crossing ambience stream. Yeah. I'm an adult. Okay, so work time. Time for work. The part where work happens. Let's do it. Let me just pull OBS up so I can see the chat again. Okay. Very nice. How was your birthday, by the way? I saw that you answered this already, but I, was also not paying attention. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's just, the wrong color now. Okay. And... convert to drawing color. That... no! No! Do I have to redo these? I don't like it. I think I do. Okay. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. I'm gonna turn that off. Very good. I love having a solid birthday outing with friends. I think the last one I did was to a bar. I don't remember what I did for my birthday last year. It's almost been a year. Very nice though, very wholesome. Oh, right, I gotta change the size of that. Whoops, a doodle. I was doing a demo with, Lone Wolf, and, the image I was using was really tiny, so I had to change the size of this, and I forgot to change it back. Is it 75? Oh god, I hope it was 75. I'm going to open up another page here to double check and make sure I have it right. Because that would suck. That would suck if I had it wrong. That seems really big on that one. Why is that one really big? Did I ruin this template? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What have I done? Let's do this one. This one's definitely correct. Did I not finish that? I will look at that later. That sounds like a later problem. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what happened there. Okay, yeah. This is the correct size. We're good. We're good, guys. Everything's fine. Everything's fantastic. Do not save. Alright, I had to double check one more thing and just make sure. Because that page should have been much more finished looking than that, and I think maybe there was a note that I missed. I hope not. That would suck. So I just gotta take an eyeball here. Yeah. Okay. I think there's a note that I missed. I will make note of that and come back to it. Okay. All right. I promise work is going to get done. So What do I need to do here? I have new panels needed, so let's do this. Let's put it here. These are black now, right? Because that's important. Yes. Okay. No! Come back! Thank you. Yep. Very good. I want to do something artsy with this page. How artsy do I want to make it? What I was thinking was, because this page is very lonely. It's a very lonely page. And it ends with her being lonely in the bottom corner here. I want to do something that kind of emphasizes that. Oh, wait. Sorry, I just got distracted by something. Just realized something I have to turn off later. I've got that top fans thing on. I don't want that. I don't want that shit. Get that out of here. I want to compete. Y'all have to compete for my love. That's what that is. That little purple crown. You know what? I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the purple crown. Fight for it. Anyway, I want to make sure that she stays lonely. So, I'm debating if what I want to do is, essentially, oh, you know what? If I break this in half, and move that over there. Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay, I don't even have to be artsy about it. What I was considering was having this, like, fade to black behind the panels, so that, she stayed sort of framed in the bottom there like that. But I just kind of solved my own problem with, essentially... Moving these in here. If I just, scoot this over here so it's, like, frame... and then close up a frame. Happy people. Lots of love and all stuff all over the place. Yeah, this is a good normal frame. And then I think it would be... And I could have just like, hang on. So, there's that center console. There's her side of things. There's her little thingy there. There's her being all grumpy sad. And her grumpy sad chair. Oh, it's the guides on. On the wrong layer, but I guess that's just how we're rolling today. So now she's in her grumpy sad chair. There we go. I'm gonna keep that frame there with the flowers. La la la, flower, flower, flower. And here's his empty chair, which I won't see. And then his console. And that thingy. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah! We're getting somewhere. And then there's like the end of the windshield there. It's a high ceilinged place. There would just be, like, empty stuff over here on this side, though. And I don't know if I like that or not. I suppose I could probably scoot her over a bit. Because, like, a little bit of emptiness is fine, right? It's kind of part of the appeal of it. But I want this to kind of feel like we're panning over to see just how lonely she is. Oh, I'm all alone. No one here beside me. This is the turbo mode, sitting here beside me. But you gotta have friends. I only know that song because of Shrek. There we go. This might be too high. It might actually be like this. Okay. I don't dislike this though. I don't hate it at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Let's keep that. Let's keep it blue, guys. Where's my blue? What's the blue I was using? What is it? Oh no! Come on. Bathwood. Let's clear this color wheel. There we are. Oh yeah, I gotta email my my client. This is what I'm doing today. So I gotta do one more errand before I sit down and start actually drawing for realsies. I need to send an email. Okay. Apparently I don't know how to spell. Sorry. Lots of tippy types. Nope, that's not the right thing. There we go. I had a lot of fun last night. I was, for this project, I was, designing a character, and I was going for kind of like a really classic anime look. Like, really classic. Like, first generation, sort of, Astro Boy Gigantor type artwork, which was fun. It was a lot of fun to do. It's like one of my favorite things to do when I'm working on certain types of characters. I shan't relay too much, but I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys when we get there, because there's a reveal on this page, but I have to avoid it for now because we're still designing this character, so it's not like a secret, it's just not ready yet. Which makes it a secret. Oh, lame that you gotta deal with that. Back in my day, we didn't have parental control. Actually, that's not entirely true. We did. But for that being in your tech, it was not super common. My PlayStation 2 had it. You had to have a code to, pop in to say it was okay to do certain things. I can't remember exactly what it was. Like, I think some games, you know, if it had the rating that was higher for older, I think sometimes it would do that. And then for DVDs, I think it would do that. But it would, like, it happened so rarely and inconsistently that I could pop on games like Death Trap Dungeon and, play it without any problems. But then if you wanted to watch, like, a DVD of, I don't know, Sixth Sense, then it would be like, oh, do you have permission? Put in your 4-digit code. It's 0000. It's always that. It was always 4 zeros. And I think there were some other consoles that had it too, but by the time I was a teenager, like, my parents didn't care about that kind of thing, and when I was a young enough kid that they would have cared, I don't think they knew. It just wasn't common knowledge. Also, they were, like, really on top of the kind of media that we partook in anyway. I wasn't sheltered. They would just pick things that they thought were quality, so I think kind of the go-to was like, well, I watched this when I was about your age, so it's probably okay. So, let me see. Let's do this. I need to find some way to bring my mic closer and put it somewhere else. It's so in the way right now. Maybe if I do this. Hang on. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna put something over here. Hang on. Closer. And then I'm gonna turn away how I would be drawing. How does this sound, guys? Like, is this sound okay? I'm not facing my mic right now, but it's kind of pointed towards me, so hopefully it sounds fine. Beepity bop bep do do. Beepity bop bep do. There we go. So, trying to decide how to make a spaceship look functional without actually having to design exactly what things do what and how they do it, like on a mechanical level, and just make it look like, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. It's fun, but it just, it feels like a fine line. Like, to make this look the way that I did, which obviously we don't really see a whole lot of it here. I was looking at mostly like aircraft, like airplane cockpits, which are pretty cool. They're really fun to look at. There's just a lot of shiny buttons and cool things on it, and I just want to like, I want to drive the plane. Okay, guys, I want to drive the plane. It's in my blood. Okay. My grandfather flew ultralights, which means I'm destined to learn how to fly and then inevitably crash airplanes. For anybody watching this now or in the future, if you don't know what an ultralight is, it's literally a hang glider with a big fan, like a big fan, and then like a chair, and like maybe some kind of wire framework. That's it. It's a big propeller. It's just, that's all it is. Calling it an airplane is like calling, I don't know, a cardboard box a house. Like, it'll do. It'll keep it covered. But, wear a helmet. Maybe five helmets, 5 full helmets. It's just one of those things where you look at that, it's like, ah, yes, I am going to crash that. It's gonna happen. But they're pretty cool. I think the regulation is that they can only go so high, which obviously would make a lot of sense just because it is literally just, you're just out there in the elements. Just you, your chair, your fan, and your windbreaker, and all the hope in the world. But I don't know if you need a license. I don't know if you need a license, but you probably do. Okay. Trying to remember how I did this. I obviously should probably just look at my previous pages, but that would be like admitting defeat, so I'm just gonna... There we go. My beautiful vase of alien flowers. I'm realizing now that this is definitely needing to be skewed. Yeah. Alright, I'll have to fix the perspective on that later. I just want placement. I want the viewer to go, ah, yes, I know what that is, without having really had a real establishing shot of this cockpit, which is technically happening in the last panel here. It just didn't fit the storytelling, so I didn't do it. And I don't know, it feels to me like just organic world building, that a place is a place and the camera will pick it up where it won't. We already do it so much in movies that it's not like a huge deal to me to do the same thing in a comic. That we'll figure out what it is when it's relevant. Otherwise, it makes the comic panel about the cockpit rather than about what's happening in the cockpit because it's so small. I wonder how many times I can say cockpit before YouTube's like, don't do that. It has a naughty word. I had that happen to me once, not on stream, but it was, I wanted to play, Monster Hunter Rise, and, I wanted to get a dog, and I was gonna make it, a white wolf dog, right? And, I was gonna name my character and the dog after Princess Mononoke characters. So I was gonna name my character Ashitaka, which is the main person in Princess Mononoke, the main guy, right? And it wouldn't let me. Because they're like, you can't say bad words in the game. I was like, what bad word? His name is Ashitaka. This is a real name. It's because it's got shit in it. It was so stupid. It was really frustrating. I don't remember what I ended up naming my character. I think, I ended up naming something else. Obviously I did end up naming something else. I just remember. It's been a hot second. Through all the time that I've played in Monster Hunter, I still don't think I understand how combat works. Like, I don't think I get it. I usually just button mash and hope for the best. And it seems to work. This grid doesn't really matter that much, but it's going to help me later on when I'm trying to set up the perspective a little bit more, because it's not part of the final picture. This is a kind of shelf area, right? I actually do need to refer back to that page, because I think my spacing here is wrong. I don't think anybody will notice, but it matters, I think, to keep consistency. It just makes it feel more solid, even if you don't notice it. Wouldn't let you name yourself Lord Greystroke? Why not? Because of stroke? If that's true, that's stupid. Let's see. Well, I guess I do have kind of an establishing shot. I forgot. I do. This will be useful. Just put you up top here. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I was right. Yeah, I was already... this is fine. It's maybe a little bit big. But it's not consistent either way. I have been forgetting about the stuff on that center console though, so that's nice. Blank screens, lots of buttons. I feel like there's really not a need for all the buttons and dials for super cool space station. I don't know. I think clean makes sense because technology currently is clean. It's supposed to have some degree of mess to it because it's like chunky space future a la Blade Runner, right? But I don't know, sometimes all the extra buttons and dials don't really work. Sometimes a good divot goes a long way. Some kind of wire hide, which is what this sort of thing here is. I don't know, maybe it's nice that she's got a little desk at her little cockpit where she can, I don't know, put her coffee. I'm assuming it's coffee. It might not be coffee. Okay. Shoot, I just had another idea. Let's just move you. Nah. Alright, let's turn you off. Yeah, Retrofuturism's cool. It's also a lot to draw, so I'm trying to keep it somewhere between that and, I think 2001: A Space Odyssey is a really good example. Or 2000 Space Odyssey, whatever, whichever one was the first one. Because it manages to keep a very stylish slickness. It's just very pretty. It's got that 70s mode sort of architecture, interior design sort of look to it, while still being very technological, and chunky. And I like that, because it feels both functional and, practical. Feels way more practical. I think the inside of airplanes don't look practical. I know that they are, because there's a reason why they look like that. There's a reason why there's all those buttons and dials and lights, lots of lights. But I'm gonna draw funny alien people, and I want that to be the focus, is the funny alien people. They're so funny, guys, the alien people. Okay, what was my idea? Oh gosh. Came all this way, and I've forgotten. Now, see, this is repetition here. It's a little bit too repetitive. But if I zoom in, whoop, is it still too repetitive? No, it's not. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. What time is it? 3:03. In about an hour, I've either got to stop streaming or mute, so my partner who's working from home today can take a meeting. But it's possible it might start getting kind of loud anyway. There's a school nearby, and when they let out, a lot of the kids kind of cut through our area, and they're very loud. But with the weather, I wonder if they got let home early. Because some of my neighbor kids are definitely home, because they're also very loud. I like more. Yeah, turn her head a little bit. Now it feels less dynamic though. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, I mean, I guess silver lining then, right? Like, if you're having problems with that, then getting it replaced will feel like a relief, right? Sucks that you're having problems with it, though. It's about time for me to replace my phone, too, but, I'm gonna have to... It's not as high a priority, because it still functions, but it is obsolete. And we are going in loosey-goosey with this. Pick. There we go. So over here. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like there's something wrong with your battery, maybe. Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, you don't have to do anything with it, right? Like, I mean, you're gonna end up replacing it. It's just a natural order of living in a, you know, fast upgrade environment like phones. I guess we're living in that. I don't know. That said, like, I know that a lot of phones kind of come with a plan where you can, like, upgrade through whatever their service is. Like, if you have AT&T, you can get upgrades with them or whatever. But if you don't have that, or you struggle with brand new phones for reasons, getting a refurbished, not so brand new phone is actually, like, pretty affordable depending on how old you're willing to get. Like, even ones that really aren't super old, like, you still have plenty of years on it, are, like, maybe 300 American, 400, where a brand new of the same line could be, you know, in the thousands. And you're paying it off piecemeal. Yeah. I mean, how old are iPhone 11s now, too? Like, it might just be about that time, right? Hang on. Because they're pretty up there at the moment. So let's see. 2019. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, your phone's like 7 years old. It's not bad. That's a really good. That's a good lifetime for a cell phone. Time to put it in a home. Mine, I've got a Note 9, a Galaxy. Um, it's a solid piece of technology. I really liked this phone a lot. That one came out in what? 2018. Yeah, so it's about the same age as yours. Just a year off. I'm gonna miss this phone. I was hoping, I've been seeing more and more, and this could just be the algorithm that I've become a part of, but I've been seeing more and more often, phones that are being pitched to be created, so they're not made, I can't just go out and buy one. But there's a couple of companies that want to bring back the physical button keyboard. And I want it. Oh, I want it. Just because I know it would feel good to have it. Because, like, most of the stuff that my touch phone does, I don't care. I don't care about. I liked having a stylus and then it broke. But I don't really play games on my phone. I don't really like all the different ways to swipe to type and stuff. It's just not interesting and not comfortable. Gimme. I'm old. Give me my buttons. I require it for my reading capabilities. I should learn 3D so I can build this as a model, make my life a lot easier. That's a genuine thought. I should get back into Animal Crossing. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was really relaxing. It's silly. It had great sound design. I should probably rotate that so it's facing the driver more. It's just sort of out. Hang on one second, guys. I will be right back. Hey, Artie. I'm gonna mute for a quick second here. I wanna go get myself a glass of water, but I will be right back. Okay, cool, I'm back. I lied. I got apple juice. Don't be mad. I know, you guys were very invested in me doing the healthy choice and getting water, but apple juice. It's not even like good healthy apple juice, it's that concentrate shit. I don't usually like it, but this brand's pretty okay. Like, it doesn't have that sticky candy bitterness at the end. I still prefer it fresh, because I'm bougie. I started getting into the habit, before we moved, of every fall, just getting a shit ton of apples on sale at the grocery store where they go to, when they go on clearance, and just juicing like a ton of them, and just having fresh apple juice, which was fantastic. Could not recommend it enough. I miss having a juicer. I'm gonna be getting one pretty much as soon as I'm able, as a juicer and a smoothie. Sorry, a smoothie. A juicer and a blender, so I can make smoothies. Apple juice, good. Alright, I should be a little bit, tiny bit smart about this. Time to pretend I know what perspective is. Special ruler radio line. Bam. Nope, wrong tool. This particular direction doesn't actually matter all that much because everything pointing in that direction is basically angled in some capacity. So I can kind of get away with a lot there. Let's see. Trying to get totally half though. Let's just do it this way. Here's my horizon line. And this is going to need to be out quite a bit. Yeah. Cool. Thought I was right about that. Yeah, I can already see where my arc here was going to go way too far up. Especially since the arc itself isn't really strong, it shouldn't be super angled. I mean, I guess it probably should be. It'll be easier to turn the different monitors and screens towards. Jeez, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like my upstairs neighbor straight up stomps his way through his fucking apartment. Gosh, it's annoying. I don't usually mind it, but every so often he'll come through like a T-Rex, just. I am not accustomed to having upstairs neighbors. I don't think I've ever lived anywhere where I've had upstairs neighbors. It's not a huge deal. So let's see here. Solar. It's too high up. His chair. Being too low will look weird though, so I gotta find that balance. Maybe angle it. There we go. Cool. Let me see here. I think you should draw. Who's that rhyming demon guy that Batman sometimes hangs out with? I think he's like an overlapping character between Batman and... Is Daredevil DC? I wanna look this guy up. Hang on. Is he just the demon? Is that literally just his name? I don't think that is. Etrigan. They used him in... I want to say a Brave and the Bold episode. But, like... I rarely ever see him used for anything. He's got such a fun, cool design, too. Didn't he work with Batman? Am I just... Yeah, yep. Ra's al Ghul. There it is. Yep. Wait, no. That was just... I wasn't reading. I'll have to look into it in the future, because he's a character I know next to nothing about. Anyway, back to it. Back to it. I don't know, I'm not really like a superhero person. Which is maybe funny, because I come from a family that's definitely very superhero. Like, my first Halloween costume when I was like 1, you know, when you're still young enough that your parents pick out everything, I was Robin. My older sister was Batman. And that tradition is carried on. My half-brother is a massive superhero fan. I think his favorite is Spider-Man. It's certainly the one that he seems to play as the most. He's basically nonverbal. I don't know if he's technically labeled as such or not. Not that that's really... doesn't matter. But what he'll do, and my dad taught him this game, and that was really cute. He'll swish his wrist at you, doing the Spider-Man web slinging motion, and you have to pretend like he got like webbing on your face. You have to like, no, it's on my face. Ah, you pretend to rip it off, and you have to like dodge it. It's really cute. I don't think he'll ever outgrow it either. Like, he's 9 now, I think. and still laughs at it. Still funny. Okay, I need another reference. Open sesame! Let's see. Yeah, I think this is a good file for it. Click. Nah. Okay. Alright. Alright. I think I got my answer. I wasn't sure if I kept a shelf all the way through the whole of this, like, counter. And I think I did. Like, that's a shelf. Okay. Alright. I'm glad I gave myself permission to be loose with it, because, man. Man, I had to tied it up at some point. It had to happen. Dare I round it out? Dare I round it out, guys? This partition. Daren't I? I might daren't. I think technically I'm making it too wide in here because it has to curve around and meet up with this wall. But, I might be able to get away with it. I'm not an architect. I get to follow rule of cool. I don't think architects do. If they do, their rule of cool is, probably different. I'd be really curious to talk to an architect and, like, figure out the differences between architecture and illustration. Because there's definitely a difference. I had an acquaintance I would see very, very occasionally, in Los Angeles who, was often very busy because she was a city architect. And part of her job was to not necessarily design the building, though that was definitely, like, her job. It wasn't just like, bam, bam, done, somebody else take care of the rest. Part of the job is making sure that the interior follows all of the regulations that a building has to have. Like, does the piping all line up? Are the windows in a good position? Is there a clear path in case of emergency? Like, stuff like that. And so getting buildings approved is, like, a whole thing because it has to not only look really nice and sellable, which is the fun part, maybe, I'm assuming, but it also needs to be something that somebody can construct and not, like, cause a calamity. Or get fired, I guess. I don't know. But then you see things that are like, you're driving by some empty lot somewhere and there's a big billboard and it's a big, like, painted sign. It's like, we're gonna build this mall here, and it's like those pen and watercolor photoshopped looking things. I gotta shoot this over more. That wall there doesn't work anymore. It's just... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna scoop both layers. Keep the integrity of the sketch, guys. The sketch-tegrity. That's a word now. Anyway, yeah, like, I think it would be really interesting to learn the difference between... I would want to know what constitutes the fun part for architects. What's the dream? What's the dream job? Because I think a lot of illustrators, their dreams vary, but end up becoming narrative, right? A lot of illustrators got into it because they wanted to do concept, or because they wanted to do children's books or book covers or comics or whatever. Not gonna be doing a whole lot of that as an architect. It's a completely different art form. It's a very scientific, mathematical art form. And I'm curious about it. That's all I'm trying to say. Oop, wrong transform. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad. I think I can get away with scooting this all over too. I think I placed things a little bit too close together. Let's do it together. Yikes. No. Okay. What's he getting into? Ah, okay. Our cats have gotten more aggressive and bold since moving because they, we're still getting some of their luxuries together, and their feeding schedule is totally disrupted. You know, just moving across the country is a lot, especially when you're just a little guy. And, they've also decided that, well, this is a completely different kitchen than the one where we used to be, therefore I get to go on the counters and on the fridge and more climbable places, and I'm gonna bully my brother into eating all of his food. Hey, wait, are you opening the Takis? What?
Yes.
Can I have some?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, I have to go get Takis, guys. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. We're gonna crunch. We're gonna crunch together. There's ASMR now, okay? It's ASMR.
In a bowl.
Fine.
Fine. More copies. That burns.
Yeah. It's cardio.
Hey,
That's been a funny.
why don't we ever hear about angel summonings?
What's your great question? We should look into that. Sounds fun. You're getting ready for your meeting, right?
Huh?
You're getting ready for your meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Whoa. Sorry guys, that talkie was... Oh man. Right to the throat. Listen, my partner... Ugh, excuse me. My partner's getting ready for his meeting. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the stream for a little while. I might come back. I don't know. But I will absolutely be streaming again tomorrow. So, I'll check back with you. Thank you guys for joining me. This was not the most well-planned stream I've had, but I'm really glad that I finally pulled the cord and did it, because this move was very disruptive, as one can imagine a move like this would be. So, ciao guys, thanks for coming. Talk to y'all later, and if anybody has any art questions, throw them at me. You know where to find me. You can do it here, you can do it Discord. You can find me on, pretty sure Twitter's the same. Blue Sky. I should be on Blue Sky more often just because I have it, I guess. There's a lot of comic artists on there too, so. Anyway, goodbye! Where's the stop streaming button? Okay, goodbye!